so much stuff. Oh my god. Okay, but seriously, what am I doing? Yeah. Oh yes, I remember what I did now. I need the small ones. Also, I should probably just separate my pins. Why do I have some of these? I don't even use a T-pin. Hi, Maris. Oh, hey, I found my razor. That's where it went. Okay, and then this is a needle. Wherever that went. I really need to fix my space. Okay. Two pins. These are the long ones, these are the short ones. I thought I had more time. And then I looked at the clock and it's like, nope, it is exactly almost 12:30. Good job. This is all messed up. I don't even know anymore. I have so many pins. Trying to keep these guys separated. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, what? I have another T-pin? Where did these come from? I don't even use T-pins. Oh, I have all the razors. Wow. Go me. All the pens go in one pile with the pencil, also eraser. So then again, what was I doing? All this washi tape. I did not even put makeup on. I'm so negligent. Oh, there it is. That's why. The heck? Oh, that's blunted. Well, that's going in my sharps. Sharps container. Hello, hello. Hello. I'm just here doing my thing. Trying to work on this makeshift version of a pattern. It's kind of a Mod Podge. Although before I really get started on this, even though I've been thinking about it all night, I was going to take the time to copy the bloomers from a GLB. Okay, so this, I modified this so that it would look better. So I need to cut that off because I want it to go a little bit more under. And I did put it on this, though it's going to need a recopy anyway. So I'm gonna set some stuff aside. Oh my god. So much stuff. Oh, everybody left. Okay, that's fine. I have things to do anyway. Probably go. Comes in and says hi and then leaves. Okay. Do I look crazy right now, or what's going on? I don't even know. No, that is too bright. I don't like that. Alright, that's better. Hello. Let's see, which one? I think it came out of this. Yeah. Volume 4. Just go ahead and stick those in there. I do not need this many markers. Oh, and I have all of them there, though. No. Ah! Oh no! Everything's falling. The cats were eating this. Okay. You can say hi. It's okay. Oh, look. What do they have? It's nearly Christmas. Of course, they have coupons. But I already have the coupons on my app, so there's that. Cute. Pellon interfacing. All the Pellon. They have a Polaroid 3D printer? Holy shit, that's expensive too. Even this one's super expensive. Jesus. $200 for a Cricut. Ah. There's too many things I want to do. I'll go that way. I already get the coupons. I do not need. Ah, no! Just doing my muslin yesterday. Oh. I wonder if it's going to Twitch? Sometimes Restream is weird and it doesn't do the thing. Also, I didn't see the notification from Discord, so I'm wondering if Twitch is having trouble with my signal. We're gonna do some tracing. I bet it is. I wonder if it is. No, it says I'm online. Yep. Yep. No, it did. It said it. Weird. Was it 47? This one. This has an apron. Was it 43? It might have been 43. Oh, I remember this one. I actually did this vest. I made this vest for a friend, but it was too small for her. It was really fun to make. Lots of eyelets. Super cute. Kind of want to make this one though. And it's only one size, so yeah. Figure that one out. All of these were just one size. So if you weren't that size, well, too bad. Rose of Bianca. I wonder if I actually copied this over and never did anything with it. Sometimes I trace things and don't do anything. So anyway, not that one. Which one was it? Was it 43? I think maybe it was 43. It was 43. Cute. Yeah, so this, I was gonna copy this bloomers so that I might give it away as a giveaway, but there aren't very many people in the stream right now, so I'll just copy it it and wait till people get it in here. We'll see what happens. Let's see, do I have enough room for this? These pages are huge, so... bright enough? Now I'm wondering if it's even bright enough. I think it is. I'm always messing with this. It's terrible. So if I do that, bring down the contrast. Lower this. No, that's too. So this should be 0. I have left? Oh dear. Oh wow. That's almost my last roll of tracing paper. This paper is kind of expensive. I stopped buying it in lieu of just drafting. I'm kind of surprised that there's like nobody here right now. Okay, well, let's get this drawn out. The only reason I'm doing this is because we talked about bloomers on stream before. Oh, hello. Oh, really? Well, that would explain a lot. That would explain a heck of a lot. See what my settings say here. It's working for me? Huh, it's working for me. How about now? Whoa, I was having a lot of issues. Is it working now? Because I just tried it before I restarted the stream and it was working for me. Not that that means much, but it's, I don't know. How's it looking now? It would work better if I did this. Or not. Nope, maybe I was right the first time. Oh, what it really should be is over here. It shows it as a video in Twitch, but not a live video? Weird. Oh, is it maybe because I'm offline or something? It's working now. I mean, it's working for me. Oh, but unless it's not listed? Or is that what you're saying? Why? Oh, I wonder if it has to do with my... I wonder if it has to do with my tags? Can I edit that from here? Edit. I don't know. Hi, Clover! It's working now. Okay, I updated my tags. I didn't have tags on the stream, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But hello, everybody, finally. Thank you for coming. Oh my god. Sorry about technical difficulties. I seem to have that a lot. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so inept. In any case, I was gonna copy this because reasons. Well, okay, so because I wanted to give away a pattern, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to give a pattern away of something that we were talking about recently, which was bloomers, and I did mention this particular pattern. Oof, excuse me. And this is an official pattern by Baby the Starshine Bright. It has pin tucks, so these are pin tucks here, and then I think the way that I made them, I just did pin tucks, and then just like here, it's a lace, and then another lace. These are pretty easy from what I recall from making them. They layered their lace a little bit more than I did. I just put one layer of lace, but I think they put like a 2-layered lace thing. How are you doing, Clover? And how are you, Jack? How is everybody? We're gonna do a giveaway today, and this is what I'm gonna give away. Now I need my things. I'm gonna use my pattern weights. Let's do so if you guys ever wondered how to use these patterns from the GLBs, you're gonna learn how to do that now. I'm gonna go ahead and use, I don't know if a ballpoint is gonna work really well, so what I tend to use is like 2 colors here. We'll only be here shortly, need to nap before work. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy your nap once you get to it. And that's okay. I'm glad that you're here, even just for a little bit. It's always nice to see people, see old friends. So, with these, it's kind of important that I include the 2 different lines, one for the seam itself, and one for the seam allowance, because the seam allowance changes a lot depending on what side you're working on. So here we have, ooh, is this running out on me? Could use this. You shall be eating lunch soon. And also Jack found the Shapeflex at Joann's and we'll try that tonight. Wonderful. I hope you like it. I swear by it, as you know. So yeah, it's definitely, it's so much, it's superior. It just is. For this guy, I'm gonna go here. It usually goes this way, slightly curving. That's too curvy, unless it's like. It doesn't make sense that it would go this way, because you usually put the curve on the outside. Yeah. So that's the main shape. Those bunnies are very adorable. What bunnies? What bunnies are we talking about? Can you let me in on this? What's going on? Clover posted them. Oh! On the Discord, maybe I saw it and I didn't say anything? Aw. I need to catch up. Let me look. Was scrolling through and found an article about them. Oh, neat. Where is my Discord? Oh, here it is. Ah, that's so cute. Oh, hey, and people are asking me on, about the bloomers. Oh, that bunny. Oh. Holland Lop dons dapper outfits. Oh my god, that's adorable. Are they long enough to peek out from under knee-length dresses? Yes. Yes, they are. These are like the long kind of bloomers that I'm copying right now. So if you want a chance to win this copy that I'm doing right now, stick around and we're gonna do a little giveaway. Here is guy is so interesting, curvy to a certain extent, but subtle. Alright, and then here, so this is, I think, the back side. I can translate that for you too, because it's all in Japanese, but luckily I can read Japanese patterns. I used to perform this as a service, like copying patterns for people, and then it just got too time-consuming for not enough money. I think I was trying to sell copies of patterns for $12. And I realized that it was not cost-effective. Even though I'm just copying, it's still, look at me, look at what I'm doing. Let me get my thing here. Try to get it this way. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that is the seam allowance. It's a 1 centimeter seam allowance. Oh shit. Let's see. This is 3.5, and it's folded over. This is, it says gummu, like gummu tape is elastic, and so it's telling you to do a stitch line here. When I copy these for myself, I don't usually put all the notation on the pattern, but I guess I'm spoiled, or just have enough experience to know what to do. So I don't spend that much time doing this, but for those of you who are new to this, I'll go ahead and put the stitch line there. I'll just dot it. So what you can do is, I guess you could do like 2 rows. It's for the casing. I guess what you could do is make a casing and do like 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. But what I think I did is I used like an inch wide elastic, and then I did the sewing across the top of it. Yeah, that's just good thing I was talking about that. I didn't even look. So pretty much just kind of, I like to sew over the 1 inch elastic so that it doesn't shift inside the casing. But I think what they're telling you here is you could use the casing and just put 1/4 inch in there. Do your patterns usually include seam allowance? The ones in the Gothic Lolita Bibles do. Otome no Sewing assumes that you have some drafting experience, whether it's like home learning or like self-learning or from school, so No, it does not. So you would add your seam allowance for those patterns. Even on the pattern sheets that they have, it does not have seam allowance included. So these are pin tucks. I'm just marking the place where pin tucks would go. So these are like 1/2 centimeter. Let's see, how wide? It's more like 0.6. So almost 1/4 inch. And this is indicating a fold. So this is folded, these are pin tucks. I will not write in my curly writing because I know not everybody can read it. This is lace placement right here. So lace A, as indicated in the book, and this is another placement for lace B. And then here it's telling you to gather. Gyaza. I don't usually do this either, but okay. And so that seems to be all the notation for that piece. And as for which one it is, also I'm going to bring over the pin tuck placement so you can, when you cut it, you're going to snip it at these sections right here. And then what I would do is when you cut it out and you snip it here, once it's cut out, you're gonna fold it at the place where it needs to be folded for the pin tuck. So, yeah. And then you're ironing it for placement. I would have to show you maybe. So you would fold it in between these two snips to get a nice straight line. And just remember to keep your seam allowance at about, I guess it's 1/4 inch if I were to measure it with English. Let's see how wide it is. Yeah, it is 1/4 inch pin tuck, which translates to about a 0.6 millimeter seam. Now I do already have this pattern copied over, so if somebody got this pattern and then wanted to follow along with what I do, I can bring out my pattern and we can go over the construction of how to do this. Starting with cutting out the pattern, well mine is already cut out, but cutting it out from the fabric, and then how to do the placements, like ironing the placements. So this This one. It says somewhere on here. Somewhere on here. Not this. This is different. So this says oh my god. I'm forgetting my katakana. That's terrible. I'm so out of practice. Just tell me what this says. Just tell me what this says and I'll look at it. What does it say? Rongu. Durozu. Okay, long drawers. Let's see. Pause. Can we get... Okay, so go. Can we get, like... You know what? Just scan it. I want to see the actual Japanese here. Durowazu. Wow, okay. Bloomers! They're bloomers, for goodness sake. I'm still trying to find whether to mark it front or back. Is this what it says? Is this looks like Atoru. My guess is yes. Usually when it's the center front facing on the right, that means this is the back. And the opposite is true for the front. And that's almost universal in just about every pattern ever. Oh, this is just the back. Back seam. Usually, you're gonna tell me, or does it matter? No, it does matter. This is different. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, it's right down here. Oh, da 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 da. Atachi. Where is it? Oh, no, that's the... Okay, my... Atoru. Yeah, so this is the back. I'll put that down. Haha. So this is GLB number 43? Is it? Where are you? Where's the number? 43. Baby, the stars shine bright. Bloomers. Back. Okay. Good. There's one. Let's see, what else can we fit on here? That's for something else. It's this. This is the waistband, I think. Yeah, that's what it would be. There's 4 pieces. Oh, that's the, yeah, okay. 4 pieces here. So you're gonna cut out, oh yeah, I meant to do that. Cut out 2 of these. Cut 2. Okay. So then we have here, let's move this back this way. Oh my gosh. Sorry to both of you guys for my absence, but I'm back. Amber, my friend. She's been having a hard time worry about my friends. Okay. Ah, no. Alright, let's get this down. So the seam allowance on this is universal, but I'll still go ahead and copy it, just like I did before. So I'm going to do black for the inside seam, and then the seam allowance will be in red. Oops, right here. Really? Why? Why pen? My pen's running out on me or what? Okay, this is the grain line indication here, so I'll just do this. It's kind of the same thing that they do. And then the red. So, did I already answer that question? What kind of elastic? I recommend 1 inch, and sew over the 1 inch. But they do give you the option of doing a 1/4 inch and using just the 2 casings, sewing that middle part first. So here, I think it's like a top stitching. I'm trying to figure out what they're indicating by this line. I'll probably puzzle it out. I'm just going to do a solid line. So this is a 1 centimeter seam allowance. This is the bloomers. The bottom hem? Leg hem band. Cut 4. Okay. It's from, again, GLB number 43. Amber, come over here. Talk to me. Hang out with me. Where is she? I updated my listings, guys, so my Etsy is once again renewed for certain things, and I also offer my famous popular apron in black as well. So that's a thing. Anyway. Wow, why are you so slow? Oh my god, take your freaking time. Amber. Oh wait, is this the other Amber that's talking? I think so. I am sorry to both of you guys for my absence, but I'm back for good now. I can't thank you enough. Oh, okay. On stream right now, if you want to join. Anyway, Just given an opportunity to hang out. I like it when people hang out with me on stream. I get to talk to them. I get to talk to people while I do stuff. Okay, so we have the back. We have the leg band. So that's one side done. It's not really too many pieces. It's literally like 3 pieces. So back, front, and the band that goes down at the bottom. I guess if I really wanted to be adventurous, I could just drag out my version of the pattern and put it together on stream. That is an option. Okay, so that means I have to fold this, or maybe I'll just set it aside. Let's set this aside. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm on my last roll. I hardly ever use my tracing paper anymore. And I bought like 3 of them a long time ago, so now this is my last roll of tracing paper. I'm opening it. It has to be done. Ah. Oh, hello! Oh, hello, hello. I have Lucifer Doge. Lucifer Doge, thank you so much for joining us and following. I super appreciate that. Yes, tracing paper. So this is Alvin lightweight tracing paper. This is used for architects. Architects use this. And I actually found, well, at one time it was the best price. So like a roll of this, it's 30 inches wide, which is one reason that I get this. And another reason why I get the Staples banner paper, because it's 30 inches wide. I need that width, because see how it fits right over the entire length of this sheet here. Ah, so long. Okay, but like a roll of this, even though it's 50 yards of paper, which is a lot, it's $25. So I switched to using the Staples brand banner paper, which is also 30 inches wide, 52 feet, but $7. Not tracing paper, but I use it now for just drafting. Since I've been using more of the Otomino sewing books to draft just straight up instead of copying like this, I end up using more of the banner paper, and it's more affordable. But for the purposes of tracing, I use architect grade, you know, like blueprints and stuff. You see this sort of thing? I use this for the tracing because you can really see through it. If I can find like a good price for a roll of this paper in 30 inches wide, I'll share it on the Discord. But until then, the reason why I ended up buying 3 rolls is because I saved some money if I got in bulk on shipping. So the shipping was really expensive. I think I found like a pretty good price for a roll of this for $12 on Next Tag, and like the shipping was really expensive if you just got one, but it kind of minimized the shipping if you got more than one. So I thought that I was going to be using a lot of this, and I did. I just went through, I finished my second roll that I had purchased back then, and now I'm just now on my third, but I ended up spending like $60 because the shipping was so astronomical. But if I added more rolls, it was less altogether unless I had, as opposed to me buying one roll. It's like the shipping was like $20 for a $12 roll. Crazy. Crazy. Alright, so this is the last piece. See, it's all nice and smooth and so see-through. I don't want to use too much of it though. So I'm going to cut this off and just trace the last bit here. Because it is slightly different than the back side, so you definitely do need a back and a front piece for the pattern. And it snips so easily too. So I'll show you what paper I normally use now. Because I'm sure you can go to any Staples and get this stuff. But this is the paper that I start using. So it's 52 feet, 30 inches wide. Banner paper, 20 pound bond, so same as copy paper. And I just draft directly on this paper now. So every time you see me drafting, I'm drafting on this, and it's $7 at Staples. You have to go directly to Staples. They don't have it online, which is a shame, but I have a Staples right down my street, so it works out for me. Office Depot does not have it. I looked as an alternative just to see, and they don't carry the same sort of thing. Yeah, some people can use butcher paper, but I find that butcher paper does not come in the 30 inches wide. Like, the most that it comes in is, I think, either 18 or 24 inches, and I'm spoiled. I need that width. Because I'm used to the paper that I was using at my fashion design school, which is 60 inches wide. Or was it 50 inches wide? It was wide. It was a lot. Maybe 60. So this gives me enough room, especially if you're doing big pieces. Like, how long is this by itself? This is, yeah, you could probably get away with using butcher paper, but anything longer than this pattern piece that I'm about to trace, you'd have to like tape it together, and I didn't want to have to deal with that sort of thing. So I just went ahead and get the 30-inch wide format. Also, medical paper. Some people use medical paper. Some people use wrapping paper. I like the ability to see through, and I like having complete white canvas to work on. So let's see. I'm going to do this now. So I'm going to copy these lines first. Try to do the straight ones. You know, this is dying on me. I don't like it, and I think I'm going to try a different thing. I'll try a Sharpie pen, see if that works. Don't die on me now. See if this works better. I've used Sharpie markers on this paper, and it smears if you don't let it dry after a quick minute. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think my Sharpie markers, the fine ultra fines, are kind of dying on me. I've had my markers for a while. I keep buying more. I do a lot of these things. Oh, I just realized something. I'm doing the outer part in black. Shit. Well, you'll be able to tell which one is back and which one's front, I guess. Jeez. Why did I do that? I'm sorry. Oh my god, stop. Okay, so we're starting. Oh, I did not copy that. Did not copy that notch. Forget that notches look like this. Okay, let's get this guy. I know, not the most exciting thing to watch, but it's for a good cause? Question mark? I kind of like this music. Kind of sweet. Okay, so that's the outer part. I'll go ahead and do the seam. So how's everybody doing? I'm almost done. It's gonna be very, very quick here. So here's actually a notch, and let's do these guys. This is for elastic. It says 60 centimeters. I don't know about that though. Okay, I'm gonna bring this line all the way to the edge so you can snip it when you cut it. Lace A, lace B, and then the gathering here. Okay, and then we'll just label this as GLB number 43. These are Baby, the Stars Shine Bright, Bloomers, front, cut 2. It's one size, but they're pretty roomy from what I remember, so you can adjust the elastic on the waistband. I think it should fit up to a size 10 is my guess. And you can also, if you wanted to, you can omit the bottom hem here and just do an elastic as well so that it's not fixed, because this makes the bottom hem of the pant leg fixed. And I will do pin tucks. And then we have lace A, lace B, and then gather down here. Okay. Need to finish a bum pad. Don't worry, sewing takes forever. Yeah, it does. Thinking about this pattern looks like an easy first grading project. It's, that's possible. I can't imagine that it would need too much modification beyond just growing it this way. So this would remain fixed, and then you would just grow it. In some cases you might need to make it slightly longer, but I don't think that would be the case for this. Maybe here. It might need to be grown down here on the crotch. There are methods to this madness. Oh my goodness, my Facebook is blowing up. Oh no, not interrupting.
Is there more to us than the words we say, the games we play? Can we know that we're not dreaming? We have this feeling that we can't explain. Do this every day, but love will find its way.
Oh, Facebook. Alright. I think there might be one last thing I need to do. I did not copy the notch over here. So I have both pieces now. Back, front, leg hem band. So much stuff. Okay. I just want to be sure of something here. And then here, okay. I guess that's done. So I can put these together. Ready to be cut out and used. Let's see if we can make this a nice and neat fold. So if anybody wants to stick around, we're going to do a giveaway for this here pattern that I just copied over from Gothic Lolita Bible number 43. It's the official pattern from Baby the Stars Shine Bright for bloomers, long bloomers with pin tucks. Nobody's sticking around. Everybody left. Nobody cares. Okay. That's fine. Let's see. Do this one. Oh my gosh, it says like nobody's here. It's so weird. If somebody is there and it says I have no viewers, that's something's going on. I thought everybody just took off. It's possible. Oh, it says I have 2 people. I don't know what's going on with Restream right now. Why, Restream? Why you lie to me? I live! I have no idea. It sometimes does this thing. Said that too when there were 3. Yeah, sometimes it just does weird things. Like Twitch was having issues and wasn't showing my live feed, and there for a little while it was like I kept having 0 showed up in my viewers, and like people were talking at me, so sometimes they were quiet and I would occasionally look over. I'm like, oh, okay, nobody's here, I'll just keep working. And like, no, I'm here. And like people would come up and like, but it says no one's here. No, it's lies. Lies. For a second I had like 6 people here, but I think they saw what I was doing and it's not the most interesting thing in the world. Anyway, I have this. We're gonna do a giveaway for this. You know, I'm kind of hoping for like, I don't know, we should tell people in the Discord like, hey, I've got this pattern freshly traced. Does anybody want to, you know, throw their hat in for the giveaway? Maybe we can do that. Alright, I've got it. I got the pattern. It's there. Let me get an envelope. Envelope. Oh. I'm sewing to the stream? You are? Oh, wonderful. I love it when people are working on their stuff while I'm working on my stuff, and it's like we're all working on our stuff together. It's super fun. That's kind of what I was always hoping for. Like, I know you're watching my stream, but it's fun to get inspired when you watch somebody else doing stuff, so. Anyway, let's tell people on the stream, on the Discord. Alright, everybody. Freshly traced bloomer pattern from GLB 43, and I'm gonna give it away on my stream. So if you want to participate in the giveaway, come on over and join in the chat with your raffle submission. I've got it right here. I got it in my hot little hands. Fresh, fresh, fresh. I'm surprised nobody else is on right now. It's super quiet today. Okay. I am curious if I can find my copy of the pattern. I don't want to have to copy that whole thing all over again. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at my pattern file. What do we got? Patterns. So many patterns. So it would be in, I think I have it separated by GLBs. So Otomino Sewing is in the front. Apron. The Innocent World jump skirt from number 42. I love that thing. I think I've made it like 3 times. I have this Enchantlic Chantilly jump skirt that I copied and never made. I have the Pina blouse, that huge mess of pin tucks. Let's see. Ah! Here it is. Right here. Ooh, it was when I was still stapling my folders closed for some reason. Let's see. Yep. Here it is. Hi, everybody. See, now it's saying I have, oh, well, it was saying 5 people briefly, but now it's like, never mind, just kidding. Should have one more in here. Ah, I do. I I got it. Apparently I tried writing the kata. Alright, well, glad I found it. Let's see. Somewhere I have some really nice, just plain cotton. Oh, that's interesting. I just found this on my shelf. I'm like, oh, where did that come from? Could make bloomers out of this, except that, no, you know what? It would not look very good with pin tucks. But I have it. I have too much. I have just these plain ones. I have pink. I can make pink and white. I have plenty of pink. Maybe. See, that is so weird now. It says 4 here, although 2 there. That's probably just telling me Twitch. Maybe. Anyway, I am done trying to figure this out. You know what I could do is use, I think that is what I did, is I used the bottom of this to do like the bottom edge. And then the rest of it I could do for something else. I don't know. But I think I got this to use the scalloped edge for something. Oh my god, I have so much of it. I think this is for a commission. And I just, every time I do a commission and I order fabric, I tend to order a little bit more than I actually need. And then I get stuck with all this fabric. Stuck, I say stuck, but really it's like, I'll find a use for it one day. Why not? I was even half thinking about making doll clothes today. I feel like this was commission fabric. Oh, hello, Alex. How are you, my friend? You got 5 people in here. I tried to talk more, but still sleepy per earlier in Discord. Oh, I understand. No worries. My end says 2 viewers, so that is odd. That is odd. Anyway, I have the bloomer pattern right here, and I was going to maybe just play with making it today. We did talk about doing bloomers. So, you know what? I think this would be a really good opportunity to also record the stream so that I can put it up onto YouTube as like an edited thing. So give me 1 second. I will be right back. Just like 2 minutes, and then we can get started. I was so excited. I discovered I still have coffee in my cup, so I'm gonna drink it now. Ah, so tasty. Oh, so good. Okay. Put that right there. Okay, so I'm gonna start recording. I'm recording! We're doing bloomers! I'm just gonna go for it. Why not? Also, how many people do we have here? It says that I have 5, but I want to give people a good chance to be able to come in and participate in this giveaway. So we're going to be giving away this pattern that I'm doing right now. Right now. And let's get this started. I'm going to do this, I think I'm going to do this for the next hour. So, okay. Alright, I guess I have to do a custom thing. That's that. Okay, I guess I can't use that many. We're gonna do 1 hour. Everyone has permission. And we're gonna start this. Here we go. All right, starting now. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, it worked. All right, everybody. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. I'm giving away this pattern. I'm gonna cut this out now. Also, I should probably iron this. See if we could just do this with what I got. That's what I got. Do. Let's do close-up table. Maybe not close-up table. Maybe we'll do wide shot table. There, that's better. So that way you only have to see this part. Let me know if you can hear me, because I hate having technical difficulties when it comes to my sound. Apparently I have this issue a lot. Alright, so in a little less than an hour from now, I will announce a winner for this pattern. See, you can even tell, like, this pattern that I traced for myself is, like, so haphazardly done. Like, I don't care. I'll just put, like, a suggestion of the lines. So it's literally just these 3 pieces. And why not? I'll do it in this pink. Because it's a super easy broadcloth and I happen to have it on hand. So it's cut 2. Ooh, will I have enough? I think I will. It's cut 2 of both the front and the back. So it's gonna be like cut 4 of this. See, the only thing is I tried to conserve my fabric, and there is a way to do it, but I don't really care about this fabric that much, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just go for it. I'm cutting out the front first. Now, you would be able to tell the front on the back, because the back part has like a little bit of a diagonal right here, whereas the front is straight. I did not put my placement marks. I did not add my notch. It's okay. You know what I could do? Let's see what I could do. Can I do this? No, I cannot. Nope. I'm an idiot. It's gonna be longer. That's okay. Never mind. I'll just do my best. Broadcloth. Yes. Broadcloth is just, you know, like quilting fabric. And we're making sure that we're within the selvage, because we don't really want to go into the selvage. Let's do, I guess I do still have my pattern weights out. So I could just do this. Oh no, my throat is dry. I guess I need more coffee. Isn't it very non-drapey or shape conforming? It depends on the quality of the broadcloth that you're talking about. This is actually pretty thin, pretty nice, and it would be pretty much what they made bloomers out of, just a even weave broadcloth, like historically. So, okay, here we go. I'm gonna cut this right here. And to be quite honest, I make almost everything out of broadcloth, with the exception of some things that I make out of a cotton sateen. So again, it just depends on the quality of the fabric that you're getting. So a lot of the stuff that I see at Walmart, I'll buy it and I'll use it. Like the dress that I'm wearing today actually is Walmart fabric. Also a broadcloth, but the weave or the quality of the fibers is a little bit subpar to what I have gotten before from quilting fabric and quilt shops. It's a little bit more rough, but you can find really fine quality quilting fabric. I tend to make a lot of dresses out of that just because it's easy to clean, easy to wear, and not too expensive. And kind of my whole thing is I want to make dresses that people can just throw on without thinking too much about it. Because as much as Lolita as an aesthetic, you have to put in a lot of effort and time into a coordinate. I want my stuff to be easy. Just easy. Okay, so here I am going to mark with a little snippy snip on this end and on this end. This is where I'm going to fold it. I'm going to mark the ends. See, I already did that, yeah. I'm going to mark these ends here so that I can iron it. This this is placement marking for the lace. I'm just gonna mark here, here, and here, and here. So I'll get to this in a minute so you can see how I mark the pin tuck placement. So that's the front. And it needs to be ironed terribly. Ah, no, come back! Oh! Can I actually? I think I can. I think I could get 4 pieces out of this. Huh. Well, that's good. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. This is the leg band. Oh yes? Are you gonna make it difficult for me? You see okay? So, I don't know what the countdown is, but it's less than an hour before a winner is announced for this pattern that I am sharing with you now. I'm going to try to put this kind of within the seam allowance so that so it doesn't show. I think there's this line that I put so haphazardly on my copy that this is the top stitching. So we'll go over how to do that. This is cut 4, so I'm cutting out 4 in one go because these scissors are awesome. So you guys, when I was tracing patterns before, I was charging so little. Oh, hello, Alice and Malice in Wonderland. I have been catching your streams because I'm like, who is this girl that followed me? I like your name. And then I see that you do crafty things. And you have a wonderful setup and a wonderful scene. And I'm like, ah, she's cute. So I had to follow you right back. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. We're giving away a free pattern for some Lolita bloomers right now. If you wanted to join in and cast your raffle ticket in the giveaway thing. How are you? How are you doing? What are you up to lately? I saw you making a Nerf gun holster. Oh, do I need this? Do I need this much? Is there something I can do with this? Am I a hoarder? Do I have a problem? Probably. Probably. So I'm gonna... Hi! Yeah! Oh my gosh, I love the family that we're growing over in Twitch and the makers and crafters stream. It's so nice to see. And like every time I meet someone new and I get to tell them about myself and I get to learn about them, it's like, it's really such a nice little community that we've got going. So okay, I've got 4 of these. This is gonna go around the bottom of the leg. And see, I tried to put my pinholes here just within the seam allowance, so once it's all put together, it's not gonna show. It's not going to be some horrible marred thing. Okay, so that's the leg band. We did the front and we need to do the back. What did I I do with the other? Did it fall? It fell. That's right. It fell. It fell. Ah! There it is. It fell on the ground. Ugh. We just go ahead and put this away because we already did it. It fell. Thanks. Thanks for that. Yeah. Sometimes it just takes me a minute and it dawns on me. It's like, oh yeah. Alright, I'll put this away. So the pattern that I traced that I'm giving away is much better than the one that I traced for myself because I'm lazy, and for myself I don't care so much, but when I'm giving it away to somebody I make sure that it looks nice. So here is the traced pattern all ready to go if you guys want to take a look at it. So if you want to follow along with this even after this has aired, you can get that pattern and then re-watch this and follow along with how to make it. Wow, did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh well, I'm sure there's a reason for it. You finished the holster yesterday and I've got a corset mock-up in the works? Oh my gosh, corsets. I have made these things. Do you use steel boning? I keep pulling this out. Because I'm like, one day I'll make more corsets, but I have all this spiral steel boning just kind of hanging out, like so much of it. I figured out I need to get some, what is it called, Plastidip. I found out that instead of getting those expensive like ends for your boning, you can dip the ends in Plastidip, and it's actually just like cheaper. So, I don't know, I learned that when I worked at the opera for a brief hot minute. That's what they did to finish their ends instead of doing those end clip things. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I do have enough. Look at that. Look at me. Look at me go. Woohoo. Do this. This definitely needs ironing. I mean, if there is no wrong way or right way on this fabric, I guess I could technically do it this way. I will be stealing the boning from some old waist trainers, but this is my first corset. Oh my gosh. Well, I wish you luck and take your time with it, with the finishing and everything. So patience will make it that much more quality. Because I have rushed things before in my distant past when I was first learning how to sew, and I finished it. But I learned that if you just take your time and slow down, sometimes things come out nicer. So you just dip plastic dip in and let it dry, that's all? Yeah, Plastidip. It's called Plastidip. And get it in a neutral color, so I think they used gray. You know, just in case, because we were making rehearsal corsets for the singers at the Santa Fe Opera when I apprenticed there. And all their boning, they had just a wall of all the different lengths of boning that you would need for one corset. And they just had like in an array of lengths on the wall, and all of them were just finished with a little dip in Plastidip. So, because it's so much boning and there's so many corsets that need to be made, it's just more cost effective for them to use Plastidip. And I'm like, huh, that's a really great idea. Okay, here's this. This goes in my scrap bin over here. We'll go back to, not close-up table, wide shot. Ah, my gosh, sorry. Just kidding. do. I had to nap? Oh, you took a nap? Are you coming back now? Is that what's happening after you napped? I had to sleep in today. We were up really late last night. Not that we initially intended to, but it just kind of happened that way. Next thing I know, it's like 2 in the morning, and this morning I was just like, my alarm was going off. I didn't even hear it. My boyfriend had to get up though, and so he was like knocking me, telling me, hey, your alarm's going off. I'm like, oh, okay. Turned it completely off, not even hitting the snooze button, and I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm sleeping. Minty! I'm so happy. Minty, we're giving away this pattern. You should enter. You should enter into it, into the giveaway. We're giving away the bloomer pattern that I promised. Oh my gosh, I almost did it. I almost didn't do it. Rattle. That's good. Oh, that's funny. We're gonna do this here. Just make sure I mark this bit right here. And then the pin tucks. I want to show you guys how I mark the pin tucks, because yeah, I'm snipping them now, but the ironing method, so that you have, because I don't want to do the pin tucks before the legs are put together. I'm just going to mark them with some ironing, and it's going to make my life easier. Trust me. Alright, and the rest is just like up to you for your own like placement of lace and whatever it is that you want to put on there. And then once these are done, I was thinking of going ahead and putting them up on for sale on Etsy, because I can. How did I fold this? Why am I challenged? But, okay. I mean, apparently I did this, and then this like this. Yes. Okay, here we go. Done. Need to put folding instructions on there. I know, right? I recommended your page and Discord. Aw! I was answering someone on my comm that wants to start doing Handmade Lolita. Awesome! I need to know how to make the pin tucks without marking them. Yes! So let me go ahead and I will get this stuff out of the way. This is just the remnant now. I wonder, I could probably make like doll clothes out of this. Of course, I always say that. I'll make doll clothes. Oy vey. Alright, this goes back on my shelf of plenty. Let's get this. We'll go back this way so you can see me. Hello. I'm wearing, by the way, this dress that I made is from number 2. It's the one with the squared off neckline. I think I posted it to the Lolita Sewing Collective a while ago now. I made it last year. Thank you. It's okay. This fabric is like just a impulse buy from Walmart. It was like, you know, I always go through the crafting section. And sometimes I really can't help myself, even though I should know better. And I'm like, princess fabric, yes, I must have. And so I just got it. And I had it sitting around for a while, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a thing from Otome no Sewing. And I decided to make this squared off neckline jump skirt. And it's okay. I don't like the pattern very much. Oh, your Walmart doesn't sell fabric? That's too bad. Their fabric's not great. I just get it to make like something cheap, because it's pretty inexpensive. It's like, I don't know, $5 a yard for their broadcloth and stuff. It's just okay. The better stuff is if you go to like actual quilting shops. The quilt shops have the best stuff as far as quality and weave. I mean, it's all just even weave fabric, but I'm gonna have to do this, won't I? So if you ever have really stubborn creases, best thing you can do is water. And see how well I do this now. I don't know where to find a quilt shop here. Are you in a small town? There's even small towns usually have like quilt shops, fabric shops. You're in Canada. Well, did you try Google Maps? Alright, that looks very nice, doesn't it? It's all nice, iron pressed. Now let me just crumple it over here. Not quilt ones. I'm not in the middle of nowhere. I just know fabric shops, not quilt ones. So like regular fabric shops, they should usually cater to quilters because it's super popular. If usually a fabric store would just carry quilt fabric because that is what sells the most. Let's see how much time we have left on our giveaway, guys. You have to be in the chat to receive it. So let's see. I really wish I could just keep it there. Alright, we got 34 minutes. 34 minutes. Cast your vote in now. Not a vote. Ticket, raffle, whatever. Put your name in for a little giveaway. Alright, so these those are the bands. I'm doing it the lazy way. I'm doing it 2 at a time. There's not much to these pieces, so I'm not too worried about that. So these are just those leg bands. And then these are, I think, the front or the back? Which one? This is the front. So these are the back, and these are the front. My mother-in-law has wool ironing mats she uses for stubborn creases. The wool apparently distributes the moisture better somehow, though I don't have one myself. That's really cool. That sounds legit. That sounds like something science would back up. That's super cool. Yeah, because wool is really good about keeping your moisture in, and so it's why it keeps you warm, and also why you really shouldn't wash it. Okay. Here is the front. Let me get the other one. Tiens. I kind of like it. Every time I start a new project, and I've done this one before, but every time I cut something out and it's just in pieces, just like a formless blob, my favorite part is when it starts to come together and you can see like the final product just starting to form in front of your eyes. I think that's so exciting. Am I really? No, I still have water in there. What's going on? Wake up! There it is. I just have to, the feeling, I have to press this. I used to have a boiler iron, and I think I ruined it. It was my fault, but I miss that thing. That was an amazing piece of machine. Oh, 8 people! Oh, right! You guys, are you here for the giveaway? Because we're giving away a pattern. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? Because I need to mark these. So let's see. We have this and this. So I'm pinching this. Let's see what we can do here. And then on this side, pinching this. So I'm going to make sure that this is as even as I can get it. On that side, and then let's see here. Knock that out. Yeah, that looks about right to me. So this is going to give you a general mark of where to sew. It's going to be a 1/4 inch. These pin tucks are a 1/4 inch. I'm not going to sew them while they're separated like this. I'm just ironing them to mark them. Okay. Let's see. I probably won't be here when the raffle ends. I'll eat dinner. Oh no! Well, if you win, I know where to find you. Okay. That's one. See this? It's not going to be perfectly aligned, but it's going to be pretty close. So when you're putting together the seams, you kind of just use this as a little suggestion. So the next one then is this way. So we pinch between these 2 notches. Make sure we got about a 1/4 inch. And I'm just pinning it on the end, so it has a little bit of leeway. So that's the first one. And then here's the second pair. You'll see it when you see the pattern too. Be able to tell which one you're working on. See, and you get a straight line, pretty straight. So we're just gonna go, we don't want to iron out the one that we just put in. Okay. There. So these are where your pin tucks are gonna go. And it's gonna end up being folded like this. But you're not going to do that until it's connected, so you can get a nice even flow of line. So we're just going to mark. You know what? I didn't mark. No, I'll just do that by hand. But I think on yours, if you win the pattern, I did mark the placements for your lace. So if you wanted to do the same thing for placement, you can do that. Maybe I marked mine wrong for the iron. I marked the places to join and sew. I mean, people do things different all the time. So also, because these are both the same, we want to make sure that this is going to be on the opposite side. So if it's this way, right now we were good, right? Because then it's going to be like this, and we want the peak to be this way. Oh, I didn't know how to do it. Oh, okay. No worries. I'm still learning things. All the time. I'm pretty sure I've done things wrong on the stream. I know I've done things wrong on the stream. What am I talking about? You've seen me make mistakes. That's always gonna happen. No matter how, professional, how experienced, mistakes are always gonna happen. I worked with a lady who's been doing this for 40 years and she still makes mistakes. Not as many, not as badly, but it's there. To err is human. And I try to preface some of the stuff that I do by, this is just how I do it. This is not necessarily the right way to do things. The ironing thing, though, I found out from a Baby the Star Shine Bright video. I like a little behind the scenes video on how their stuff is made. And they went through a little tour of the factory, and they never mark anything with a pen or chalk or anything. They mark it all by ironing. Yeah, that's correct. So I thought, wow, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna try that, and a lot of the time it works. Sometimes I need like a little extra visual for placement of things, but for the most part, stuff like this is pretty easy. Sometimes the ironing trick doesn't work because of the nature of the fabric you might be working on, but for the most part, if I'm working on cotton like this, it's really easy to mark with ironing. Okay, so this should be going the opposite way now. So these are not going to be perfect, and you can kind of fiddle with it once you get in there. But for the most part, it's going to work. Okay. Right, so got two opposites. Just going to do the other two. I didn't think I'd be making bloomers on stream today. But look at that. I did it. I'm doing it. Let's see. We'll go back to wide shot table. I'm really hoping that I'll get inspired to actually put together a YouTube video again, because I'm recording this. That's the idea. And then I'd like to get back to my original sort of design that I was working on yesterday with my illustration that I put in there. Maybe you guys checked it out on Instagram, or if you're in the Discord or Lolita Sewing Collective, then you've definitely seen it. I'm very proud of it. It's like, I haven't drawn in a while, so I think it came out pretty nice. I'm like showing my boyfriend, look what I did. I made this. Let's see, how much time, thank you. How much time do we have left on our thingamajigger, on our giveaway? 21 minutes. Yeah, I'm giving it like a good hour. So there's 21 minutes left. And then we get to pick a winner. And again, Minty, if it's you, I know where to find you. In fact, I think, do I have your address yet? Have I sent you anything yet? Because I find that hard to believe. And if I haven't, then shame on me, because you deserve something. You've been here since the beginning, just like Melon. I wonder what are the sizes for the dresses in my Gothic Lolita Bible. Oh, they are Japanese mediums. So you would probably, if you're larger than that, like a size 6, a US size 6, then you might have to grade the pattern up. I've made the Innocent World jump skirt from 42. That one was really popular. I even have like a really old video on my other YouTube channel where I kind of show how to make it. I wasn't very good at like doing tutorial videos yet though. But I've made that one a lot, and it is, it's got the shirring on the back, which is fine, but it's still pretty small. It's okay, aw. No, I want to send you stuff. You're a friend of mine now, so. Okay, so let's see. If I wanted it to be on this side, then I need to fold it this way. Anyway, I'm sure there are other methods of getting your pin tucks down. I just happen to like this one. Oh, and I still have pink on my machine. Perfect. Lucky. Oh no, come back. Oh, that's right. We talked about being pen pals. I'm a size 8, so I'll have to change it. Well, a size US 8, or sometimes sizes are weird and different in Europe versus US. If you don't mind sharing such a thing, I could tell you what size, and if it would fit you, if you tell me what your waist measurement is. But if you're too embarrassed by that, do not worry about it. I guess it's a size 8 in US. Okay. I don't think weighs 74 centimeters. That's not bad. It has shirring in the back. So number 42, which ones did you get? The Innocent World jump skirt I'm talking about is in number 42. But if it has shirring, it tends to have a range that it fits. I think one of the drawbacks for Victorian Maiden and Mary Magdalene and brands of that nature, they didn't really cater to anyone other than a very small range of sizes, which I thought was a shame, because they have such pretty things and I want everybody to be able to wear it, so I figured that I would like attempt to recreate some of those beautiful designs and make them in such a way, like engineer them so that they actually are in a range of sizes with shirring instead of just flat. Okay, I think we're good. We're good on that. So now comes the puzzle. See how fast I can make this. Oh my god. So seem to recall. Yeah. Yeah, because this gets sewn to itself on the crotch. And this gets sewn to itself. And then here. And then this is the side seam. So this is the back and this is the front. So let's see here. And then once it's opened up, it gets like kind of plastered together. You'd think I never did this before. I swear to God, I've made so many pants. I just make more skirts than pants, so when I look at this stuff again and I'm like, why am I confused? It's basically like this. Because this is the inseam. So one way that I've actually made leggings. I think I talked about that story where when I worked in the factory, I made like 60 leggings. It was nuts. But what we did was we did the sides and then we left this open and we put it together kind of down the middle. But another way I've done this is I've taken same and did crotch first and then opened this up to this when it had the crotch and just sewed it down. So like same. Other way. Excuse me. Let's just make sure here what I'm looking at. Why? 74. 29. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's a little bigger than me. I'm at like 27 and a half depending on the day that I'm eating ice cream or not. I don't know. I feel like it should fit. Maybe with a slight grading. I don't think you would have to grade it very much. So I'm leaving this part open because this is going to get done to the opposite side. Also, might want to serge that too. All right, let's get this started. I know, maybe try honey lemon water for your throat. It's just because it's dry. I probably just need water. annoying. Thank you. Good for dry throat. Okay. Oh, you know what else I have? I have these delicious little candies. Not candies, but yeah. They're cough drops. So these are my favorite. Cause they're strawberries and cream. And they're so tasty. I'm gonna eat one. Strawberries and cream. Oh yeah, that's good. It's basically like candy. It's super yummy. Okay, we're gonna do this. So, I have same. I'm doing crotch. I'm matching up the notch that I have here for the, this gets folded down. I'm making sure that the peaks for my pin tucks are facing each other, because this is gonna be the right side. Let's see how we do. I do not want to sew this part. Pretty sure I don't want to sew this part. Just the crotch. No, I don't want to sew the inseam yet. Just the crotch. Oh, really? Oh, I don't have it threaded? Why? Okay. I'm almost out of this pink thread. It's like I sew a lot of stuff in pink or something. Who would have thought? Alright, so this is a centimeter. You can't see that, can you? Hi. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing down here. Can you though? Can you? Is it too crazy? I'm trying. I need a new thing. I'm really upset about it. Anyway, I've got it here. I moved the needle to the middle. I'm making sure that this is a centimeter. Come on, pedal. Kind of trying to hurry, so it's my fault. I don't think I ever saw that here. Oh, that flavor? Yeah. So the other thing I'm going to do is probably serge this crotch area before I continue with that. I'm going to do the same thing on the back side. This is the back. I'm gonna pay attention to at least the notch where I'm folding this over. So I want to make sure that this is as evenly matched as possible. Let's do that. So I'm making sure this is matching. At least when I start, and I'm not gonna worry about the rest of it for now. Just want to make sure this goes under. Alright, so now this is anchored in. I don't have to worry about pinning. Did you notice I'm not pinning anything? No pins, everybody. No pins. You don't need them. Just make sure that you're holding certain sections together evenly. And then once you get to that area, you readjust with your needle down. Evenly distributed right there. Okay, so my needle goes down automatically on this machine. On my industrial, it doesn't do that. So I really need to be more careful to make sure that before I start fiddling with this, that the needle stays down so that it doesn't dislodge my alignment. So I'm keeping this super even and really tightly pinched, but I'm not pulling too hard. Okay. Now that we have that, let's get you back up here. Hello. All right, back to this. Back to our regularly scheduled program right here. Oh hey, how's the giveaway doing? How is it doing? Gotta have a sturdy table? Yeah. Oh! So I see my machine isn't the only one that makes it seem like you have an earthquake happening. I know! That is one of the drawbacks. 5 minutes! We got 5 minutes! 5 minutes, 5 minutes! Till we have a winner announced. Okay. So now you could start to see the semblance of bloomers. You do same. And then let's do, I'm gonna overlock this in a second. But same. And then we have, this is the front. So it's a little bit shorter on the crotch. This is the back because we have butts. And that's what happens. See? And this also, you could tell that it's the back because it has this jutting out portion of the pattern. So now, what we would do, I'm just going to show you, I still have to serge that crotch area. This candy is yummy. We'll do this. So right sides together. It's not going to be even on the top. Don't look at it there. You're going to look at it here. You have the notches where you're going to fold it. So this is where you match the side seam. And you have to look at your placement for your pin tucks. And those are also going to be some notches for you. So long as you have that lined up, so this is the side seam, and then once the side seams are put together on either side, you're going to take this part, and usually what I like to do is I go opposite, so it kind of nests when I put these extra seam allowance together. I sort of match it like this. So it nests into each other, and then you're just going to take, this is the crotch area, and you're going to sew all the way across here. And that is the easiest way to make bloomers. So let's get this finished. Then there's all the little fine detail things that you have to do. How much time do we have? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Have I got a butt? Well, I share that sentiment. I used to be called Bubble Butt in high school, so gives you some idea. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up these curvy bits. I was a twig in high school. Aw. Well, I was small, but it might be like my genes or something. Hereditary genes, not the ones that you wear. Where you know, like Brazilian butts. I'm not Brazilian, but I'm Italian and Spanish, and so Latina. So I was a size 0, but I had a little bubble butt. I miss being a size 0. I do not really miss being 16 and awkward, though, that's for sure. And then got womanly curves in my 20s, so learning about chub rub and stuff not fitting as expected was a trip. Oh man, I went through that phase though. I was pretty small, even though I was like a curvy type. But in my 20s, I kind of let myself go and just gained a lot of weight. I was, I think, almost 150 pounds at 5 3/4. So not even 5'1", but I just say I'm 5'1" just for the sake of brevity. So it was the first time that I was ever like overweight and having to deal with all of that. And it was a learning experience. I think I remember there was some time in my late teens where I was like, I wonder what it would be like to be overweight. And I think I got my wish. And then after that, I'm like, I don't want to be overweight anymore. I'm going to do something about this. I didn't actively do anything about this. I joined the Navy, and I lost a lot of weight when I went to boot camp. But I didn't, like, legit lose most of the weight until I, like, just changed my lifestyle due to circumstances. So I didn't even try. It was just because reasons happening to me. And then I kind of gained some of it back. So I'm like in between now. I used to be like barely 100 pounds when I like significantly lost weight. And then I kind of went back up to about 125. So that's about where I am now. I'm at 125, which is okay. That's healthy. I'm healthy. I still fit into most of my dresses, so I'm okay. I am drafting larger sizes now, so there's that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this first, and then I'll serge or overlock the interiors afterward. How are we doing? Is it over? It's over! Okay. Hey everybody. It's time to pick a winner for the giveaway. Let's see who is going to win this freshly traced copy from the Gothic Liquido Bible number 43 for these beautiful bloomers that I am putting together now. Let's see who's winning them. Oh, Minty! You won! Ah, you won them! Minty! Guess what? Did she leave? She said she had to go. No, you won these! Your name was picked! It wasn't biased. It was like totally automated. You won these. So you won the pattern! Hooray! Yay! You won! The pen paling begins now! Yes, Charmadine! And you can always get in on the pen paling too if you wanted to. But, because I'm open. I love pen pals. I love pen pals. I love all of you. So, I would love to be pen pals with you if you wanted to do that. Okay. Yeah, so this is 2 sides. Oh, I still have that there. So, you're going to have to give me your address in a private message. You know, you can do it on Discord if you want to. Alrighty. We're gonna finish doing this. Oh, good. That's just fuzz. Need to do this. So we'll take one side at a time, and then we'll close up the center. Still needs to write like 3 letters to her pen pals. Yum Neko, I know, right? I told you my stories about pen paling. The girl that couldn't read my handwriting because she couldn't read cursive. I was so mad. Not necessarily with her, but more like with the state of our education system. Like I was feeling super bitter that people weren't learning cursive writing anymore. So mad. So mad. Okay, so here I need to do this. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I have these lined up over here as best as I can, because they are acting like notches. I learned cursive on my own mostly. Good for you! I used cursive on like 2 to 3 of the pen pals though. I learned in 3rd grade and then never had to use it again. Someday maybe in the future. Post office is hard to get to. Oh. You have to actually go to the post office to send out your post? Can't just put it in your mailbox? That's sad. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, cursive writing, I could not wait to learn cursive. In 3rd grade, we were learning Danelian, which is like the precursor to cursive. And I kept trying to connect my letters. My teacher told me to slow down. Okay, here we go. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm holding on way back here to match the places where we marked our pin tucks. And those are gonna be acting like my notches. So I'm holding onto it and I'm gonna just kind of tug, keep it taut, and make sure that I have this even. I'm gonna put down my, so I'll take it a little bit at a time. And once it starts looking like it's getting all crooked, I'm gonna fix that. I use cursive all the time. I kind of never stopped. It's like every opportunity I get, I use my cursive writing. If I'm writing notes for myself, it's just faster for me to jot something down in cursive. Also, I just like the look of it. I think it looks pretty. My normal handwriting is an abomination between cursive and script. I feel ya. I hear you there. Oh, why is this like all tight? I don't know why that's doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna check to see how well I lined up these 2 pin tucks right here. Let's do a wide shot. So that's not bad. So I'll be able to use this pre-pressed line, and so long as I keep my seam allowance at 1/4 inch, I'll be able to make that pin tuck, and then I iron it down once it's done. So that's going to help me a lot. And I'm not too worried about this bottom edge kind of being a little off. So long as I have this matched and this matched. This is, you know, what it is. I don't know anyone who actually uses cursive, though my handwriting gets mistaken for cursive. I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one who loses letters, even though it's not the most fun problem with writing. I like to write in my journal by hand, handwritten journals. We'll see, where is it? And I've been writing in journals for like ever, but here's just a, you know. I have this cute book that my boyfriend gave me. I'm trying to use it. But I have books just full of writing. So I try to write a lot in my cursive. Many years of practice. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this. You know, I just realized my mistake. Like, I flashed my journal to you, and I'm like, uh-oh, maybe they could pause the video and read it? Shit. Am I gonna have to delete this now? I'm such a dumbass. I just wanted to show you my pretty journal, and I'm like, oops! There's stuff in there! I can never keep a diary. I've been keeping a diary since I was 12. I don't have any of my very first ones, which I'm very sad about. I don't know what happened to those. But my oldest one that I do still have is when I was 18. So that was 21 years ago. And that one's almost full. I didn't quite finish that one. Cool, so we got our side seams in. That's looking all right. So now we're gonna do the inseam. I'm gonna match these things. What I want to do is make sure that these match up. So it looks like I may have gotten a little bit small on my crotch seam here. I'm going to check my seam allowance and see if that's the case. Because you can do that. You can check your seams. I got my seam gauge. This guy. This is what this is for. So I'm gonna make sure that this is a centimeter. I'm gonna say probably not. It looks like it should be, but it's not. So that's already a little smaller. Yeah, that's way smaller than a centimeter. Oh my god, what am I doing? Ah, I was looking at the wrong thing. No, this is still a bit small. This one, oops. Here. Okay, so this one is accurate. This one's a little small, so I'm gonna go over this one more time just to make sure that I have the correct seam allowance. A lot of the time, if things don't fit in the places that they need to fit in, it's probably your seam allowance that's a little off. So we're gonna try this. Just gonna go over this, making sure I'm following the right line and keeping it as even as possible. Taking my time a little here too. Yeah, that was not quite to a centimeter. All right, Minty. You're sticking around though. I'm glad. I thought you said you had dinner, unless you just like took off for a brief minute and then came back. But I was expecting you to leave a little while ago and I was going to be sad about it. Okay, so these are side seams. So this is what we have so far, and I did fix this. So let's check that one more time. Yes, this time we have a centimeter seam allowance, like it is drafted. So with that difference, it should now line up. All right. Yeah, that makes things a lot easier. So I'm going to do something that maybe didn't occur to you that you can do. I'm not going to start on one end and go all the way to the other. I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to make sure that these are nesting the way that, because I have this one folded on one side, this one folded this way, so it looks like a little bit of a plus sign, and then you fold it opposite ways and it kind of nests into each other. So holding it there, I'm going to line it up under my needle. Again, it's a centimeter. No, 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 I'm not losing it. I'm not losing it. Aha! Okay. I'm putting my needle down now. There we go. So now I have my needle in the fabric. It's basically pinned down. I'm going to just make sure that I have my notches lined up over here. So let's, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Bring it down over here. You see that? So here are the notches for the pin tucks. We already have a little iron on there. So I'm just going to make sure that these are lined up and I'm holding them here tight. Okay. Oh, you guys, I have to finish my stream early today. I guess that's why I'm sticking around, because I'm like, let's see if I can finish this before I have to go. We are going to have dinner with the boyfriend's family, and I have to be ready to go by the time 5:30 rolls around or something like that. So, you know, obligatory family things. Okay. Same thing. I want to make sure these are lined up. I don't care about the bottom edge. For all intents and purposes, these should be lining up in the same places. So I'm going to make sure that is even. And we're going for it. Oscar, welcome back. Thanks for joining. I'm great. How are you? I am busy trying to do this. So we're going over a pattern, actually, and somebody just won a pattern in the giveaway. So that's what I'm making right now. I'm making this pattern, so you can see here. How are you? How well did we line this up? Oh my god, that is perfect! Look at that! Look at that cross section. Effing perfect. Oh yeah. Let's see how I did on the lining up of the pin tuck placements. I am going to overlock the edges. But before I do that, I want to make sure I don't have to change anything, which I think I should be okay. So here are the side seams. That looks pretty good. That doesn't look too bad either. Actually, that is pretty good. Here's the inseam. Here, that's lined up. And that's lined up. Perfect. You guys, we got it. The beginnings of bloomers. At this point, they kind of look like palazzo pants. Because they're all, like, big. But they do get gathered down here. And that's what these are for. It's about this wide that it goes into like that. We get to place some lace around the edges. We have to do a casing, and this folds over like this. So what I would do actually is I would overlock the top edge here and just fold it once instead of doing like a roll. It looks really nice. Thank you. You too can make this delightful thing. So you can sort of get the idea of what the pin tucks might look like once it's all put in there. But this is like the basics, the basic steps of how to put the bloomers together. Alright, we're going to do some overlocking. Nice dress! Looks amazing! Thank you! Are you talking about my dress that I'm wearing? Or are you talking about the bloomers that I'm making? Making some pants. Here we go. So I've got it set on a 1 needle right now, just because I like the nice, clean edging that 1 needle on an overlock machine does. It's also good when I'm just doing small stuff and it's easy to not have to change the needle. But you can do a double needle, make it a little wider. I'm just overlocking these side seams first. I'm not going to overlock the bottom hem because that's going to go into the leg band at the bottom. Yeah, your dress. Thank you. I made the blouse too a long time ago. So we're going to overlock the top, not the bottom. So the right side is inside out right now, which is great because when this is folded this way, the nice overlocking, the overlooper serged edge is going to be on the top. So we'll do that. You can, instead of overlocking, just like do a small fold over and then fold it at the places where it's indicated. But I'm just going to overlock it because I can. So it's the putting together that doesn't really take that much time. It's once you start getting into the finishings and the embellishments, putting on lace, choosing the lace, and figuring out what you want to do with it, that's the part that takes the longest, in my opinion. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for the overlocking on this piece. So now, I have somewhere in here, somewhere, or did I put it in here? Oh, I did. Okay, so here's the elastic that I would choose for the waistband. This is a anti-rolling, non-roll sort of elastic. I got it at Walmart, so you know. But this is going to fit into the casing that I'm going to make on the top. I'm not going to get to that right at this minute because I still have to do the pin tucks. Oh! I missed a bit. I missed it. I forgot. I got so excited. I forgot to do this part. Duh. Duh. No. Alright, so let's see how well I do with the pin tucks. The pin tucks are supposed to be 1/4 inch wide, and there are 2 rows of them on 2 legs, so 4 pin tucks. Oh, and here's another thing too. Maybe be able to fold this on the inside It might be easier to do it the opposite way. I like to try to sew it on the inside of any like loop, like the armhole. I'll do it on the inside. So that way you're sewing it like this and you have all the excess up here that you can control, as opposed to doing it like this. And then you're like, where is this bunching going on here? Definitely one of those mistakes that I did when I was younger. Okay, so here, I'm gonna do a top stitch. I'm gonna start with the upper one. Let's see if we can get this going like one way. So having it pressed like this makes it a lot easier to line up where it's gonna go, as you can see. So if you keep it nice and lined up this way, you should be able to just sew that 1/4 inch and it'll be exactly where you need it to be. So the 1/4 inch mark, let's see, on here is like, is that a 1/4 inch? Let me just make sure that I've got the right line on here. Yes, okay. So you have to find the place on your presser foot where it's going to be a 1/4 inch to follow. I see it on mine, so that's the one that I'm going to look at every time it goes around. Okay, I'm going to start up here, and I'm just going to try to keep it as consistent as possible. It's not going to be perfect. Don't beat yourself up if it's not perfect. But it's gonna be pretty darn good. Almost there. Did you notice again I'm not using pins? Sweet, got one. Just move it up a little bit and do the next one. And yeah, because we don't want to iron that yet. So I'm just gonna place it before I fiddle with it. That way I'll have it ready to go on thread. Okay. was some sleepy music just now. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I will set this down, and I want to see what these pin tucks look like. I mean, so far so good. I don't think I've ever seen pink bloomers. I mean, they probably exist. It's not like, you know, they never have been made, but it's not a very common color as far as I know. Alright, let's get my sleeve cord. Those look pretty good. Wake up. Nice. So here we go. That looks pretty nice. A little row of pin tucks, so you can sort of see what that would look like. Just so long as you keep your seam allowance even with the 1/4 inch, since these are 1/4 inch pin tucks. I'm gonna put some lace around here, and then I'll probably end up putting another lace that hangs around the bottom of the band, the leg band here. But as it is time for me to go. So this is gonna have to wait maybe till tomorrow or next week, because it's Friday, isn't it? I can't believe it's already Friday. How does the time go so fast? Anyway, we have things to do, and I might need to get changed so that I don't go out to dinner with my potential in-law looking like this, because as nice as it is, sometimes it can be a little too much for some people. So it is comfortable, though. I'll say that. In any case, I will see you next time I'm on stream. Thanks so much for joining me today. I might surprise you. Maybe tomorrow if I'm bored. I'm like, I'm gonna just work on my table. I'll turn on my camera. So that happens. So until next time, we will see you later.